Okay, Ms. Stevens, how about you just introduce yourself real quick? So who are you, what do you do, and then what do you do for a living?
I am Carrie Stevens, and I am a substance abuse specialist in the Plano Independent School District. And I currently work at Jasper and Shefton High Schools. And my background is in social work. I'm a licensed master social worker. And I work with students, I work with parents, I work with teachers and staff on educating, preventing, on signs, symptoms with alcohol and drugs.
Very well. We're going to head and start with the drug abuse section.
Sure.
What are the signs of drug abuse?
There are several different signs of drug abuse. Behavioral signs, physical signs. With students, we usually see students who start skipping and might have some truancy issues. We see a drop in grades. That's one of our telltale signs. They're not as active in activities that they used to be involved in. So they might be dropping out of some of their team sports, some theater, scouts, whatever it might be that they might have been involved in. They're not doing that anymore. So that kind of raises a red flag. We also see students who might be staying up late, might have insomnia. They might be sleeping too much, might become depressed, stealing, moody. Those are some of the signs of drug abuse.
Very well. How can I help someone who's addicted?
I would first suggest talking with that person, but sometimes when somebody's addicted to drugs or alcohol, you need to get professional help. So try talking to that person first, and don't be afraid of getting them in trouble if you have to talk to their parents. If you're trying to save somebody's life, it'll be worth it in the end.
Okay. Do you know anyone else who I could talk to, like if we didn't want to go to their parents and we just wanted to do this off the side?
Absolutely. I would encourage you to talk to somebody that you trust, a trusted adult. So whether that means somebody at school, a counselor, somebody at church that you might find, somebody that you feel close with that you can trust, your own parents, you could get advice from about how to help a friend, the counselors at the school, that's who I would recommend talking with.
Great. When is the best time to call for intervention? Is there a right time?
An intervention, it's kind of different for every situation is an individual situation. But somebody who's becoming very self-destructive, they might be, all they can think about is their next high, they're stealing, and they're not taking care of, if it's parents, an adult that's doing this, they're not taking care of their responsibilities. They might be, forgetting to pick up their children, not taking care of their children. Those would be times and indicators, I think, for an intervention.
Great. How can I seek help if no one cares about my drug habits?
It's a good question, and it kind of, again, find somebody who cares. And I would say don't stop until you find somebody who cares, because you will find somebody eventually. Again, whether that mean that's somebody that if your parents aren't wanting to listen, maybe you try to talk to a teacher, a counselor, again, maybe one of your parents' friends. I have students tell me that sometimes they talk with their parents' friends. So find somebody that you can trust.
Okay. What should I do if one or both of my parents are drug abusers?
Again, I would encourage that person to find somebody that they can talk to about it. Talking to one of your friends that you might be able to trust, and going to their parents. Or I would also, as that person, maybe start with talking to each parent and letting them know how that's affecting them and affecting every part of their life. That, if they can't rely on their own parents and they're under the influence or things like that be a dangerous situation, and you need to find yourself, get out of a situation if you're not safe. First of all, people are using in your home, and encourage you to talk to somebody to get out of that situation.
Great. What are the risks at home with parents that are drug abusers?
Lots of risks can be there, including, if there's drug paraphernalia around, if there's children around, or somebody who doesn't know what they're doing and they pick that up, that could be very harmful. If they take medication or pills, if it's pills or drugs, whatever it might be, that could kill a child instantly. So that would be very dangerous.
Okay. So, Ms. Stevens, what are the effects of drug abuse?
Different drugs are going to have different effects on the body, and every individual is different. Stimulants, like cocaine, methamphetamine, those are going to be things that increase your breathing rate, your heart rate, your blood pressure. They can cause insomnia. teeth grinding, anxiety. Depressants would be things that would lower your breathing rate, your blood pressure, things like that, make you depressed, sleepy, tired. Hallucinogens are going to cause you to maybe see things, feel out of it, not coordinated. So those are different kinds of drugs that have different effects.
Great. What should I do if someone asks me if I want drugs?
Say no. That would be, it's not always easy to say no. So you've got to have an excuse ready, whether it be I've done drugs in the past and I don't like them, my parents are testing me, I don't do drugs, but be prepared and have something ready, because most students are going to be asked that question and be in a situation that's going to put them in a situation to have an excuse ready.
Great. What can a teenager do to help his or her friends avoid drugs altogether?
I would encourage them to be actively involved in some type of group or organization. Sometimes having that, knowing that you need to be held accountable for something, and just saying to yourself, this is stuff I'm going to stay away from. I'm not going to be involved with drugs or alcohol. It's not safe for kids to be involved with illegal drugs, obviously, and with alcohol under age 21 it is illegal. So you've got to have other avenues and ways of having fun without putting substances in your body.
Excellent. What steps can I take to avoid drugs and other addictive substances?
Again, I would say getting involved in things that are fun for you and that are going to help you enjoy life without having to use substances. So hanging out with friends, music, all kinds of things, whatever it might be, getting a job, church involvement, scout involvement, whatever it might be that's going to help you stay away from drugs and alcohol. Because the earlier people start drugs and alcohol, the harder it is to stop.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Ms. Stevens, for that one.
Sure.